Hey, Vibrant Life family, it's Dr. Lauren. Today I wanted to jump in and chat with you about looking at the body as a whole instead of a collection of parts. And there's a couple reasons why I feel like this is important. There's an analogy one of my mentors shared with me when, you step on a dog's tail. You hear the noise from their mouth. They bark. And if we were to focus just on the bark to try and figure out what was wrong with the dog, we would completely miss the fact that the source of the issue was coming from the tail. And pain in our body can be very similar. Everything that we do is controlled and coordinated by our nervous system. And the body doesn't really look at itself as different parts. It works together as a system. And the more they're figuring stuff out, they're looking at connections between parts of the body, parts of the brain. They're looking at this gut-brain axis that we've been talking about. And so these foundational connections are what's important. And getting to understand how those foundational connections are working will help us get to the root cause of our dis-ease. So if we fall down, for example, and we shake ourselves off, and like the next day, all of a sudden our, tailbone starts hurting. And we just focus on this tailbone pain, and we're trying to do everything to get rid of that tailbone pain. Maybe take some NSAIDs, maybe do some ice, maybe some stretching. But what we failed to realize is that when we fell down and even if we hit our butt, the forces of that fall traveled up our entire spine and impacted the rest of our body, whether we knew it or not. So fascia, we've talked a little bit about it, but it's this amazing web of connective tissue that holds us all together. It's a system, and it holds our body together as a system, as a whole. And so when we have trauma to one part, we can't just eliminate the fact that other parts might not have been affected. So when we're looking at injury, it's better to look at the foundational connections as well as the body as a structural whole. And what can we do to support the entire structure for its optimal health and healing? So this is why we really see that the gut-brain-vagus connection is foundational to our health and wellness, because the vagus nerve turns on our cholinergic anti-inflammatory pathway. And so when we have trauma, our body knows how to heal things. But if it gets stuck in a sympathetic state and our vagus isn't able to activate our anti-inflammatory pathway, we can't get out of crisis mode. We stay in crisis, we stay in inflammation. Also, if we've damaged our fascia and we haven't been looking at how to reset our structure as a whole, then we're going to be missing pieces in our healing journey as we are trying to support the body. So this is why we've looked at all of these things and how they work together, and how supporting them all in a systematic, methodical way can really get to the root of our discomfort and our dis-ease and support ourselves as a whole. So when we're thinking about where our pain is, let's pull back our focus and let's evaluate what our whole system is doing, including our nervous system, including our neuromusculoskeletal system, including our microbiota, including our mitochondria. So let's look at it all together. Let's understand what's really going on and holding us back from expressing our best self. And as we put together these pieces, we usually figure out that, hey, we're not just fixing that tailbone pain, but now I have more energy. Now I'm sleeping well. Now, I have better digestive health. We are really uplifting the health of the entire system, of the entire body for a best life. And that's what we really are excited about supporting here at Vibrant Life Center.